Before I get into my speech, I'd like to tell a little story. My father was one of the military policemen who were assigned to Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1941 when the Pearl Harbor was attacked. I have a picture of my father at the private house of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. This is my father right here. He was there when Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave that famous speech. The reason I chose this speech was on account of last weekend was Memorial Day. Memorial Day is set aside to honor veterans who have served in wars. This speech is only fitting because of all the soldiers that were killed at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. My father was there. My father heard the speech firsthand. He told my nephew one time in an interview that he was proud to serve Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He felt honored. He also felt the frustration, the anger, the tension, the emotion that Franklin Delano Roosevelt felt when he was giving this speech to the Vice President, the Speaker of the House, the Senate, and later on to the people of the United States. He felt angry towards the Japanese because we had supposedly been at peace with them. He also felt that this was premeditated, the attack on Pearl Harbor. He felt that in his speech he said that he believed that this attack was premeditated and that he said that it was days and weeks in the making. They knew what they were doing. They not only bombed Pearl Harbor, they also bombed ships off the California coast. They also bombed Hong Kong, Guam, the Philippine Islands, just to name a few. So we were not the only ones that the Japanese attacked. In his speech, he also had to declare war against Japan. As I said before, we had been at peace with Japan. We did not understand why they had done this. As I said, when I listened to the speech on YouTube and read it, I could tell what kind of man the Franklin Delano Roosevelt was. He was a wonderful president. The people of the United States loved him and cared for him and respected him. He had overcome polio to become the President of the United States. He did not let his disability stop him from doing the things that he wanted to do. He wanted to be president. He wanted to take care of the people of the United States. He understood where we were coming from. He was one of us. My father also told my nephew in his speech that Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the kindest person he had ever met. He felt honored, and he also felt privileged to have been assigned to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In the speech that I read, I had not known that we were not the only ones attacked. I did not know that Guam and Malaya and the Philippine Islands and Hong Kong had been also attacked by the Japanese. The Japanese is a small country. They wanted to prove that they were a big country by attacking the United States. They also wanted to prove that they were strong by attacking also Hong Kong, Guam, and the Philippine Islands. This was a terrible act. This also took place 3 weeks before Christmas. The president had to go to Senate and to tell people that this had happened. This was a terrible day, and it will live in infamy. Thank you.